Hello, this is Anders from Anders Retirement and Investment Advisors. In this video, we're going to do a update on accounts that we're liking that seem to be performing well in today's kind of crazy economy at the end of 2023. So if you're looking at options for drop or 403b or other money, stay tuned to these videos upcoming. In this video, we're going to talk specifically about fixed options. So most of the people that we talk to that are approaching retirement, as many of you know, we work a lot with people that are exiting drops, so they're retiring from the Florida retirement system, or other people who are retiring. A lot of them are kind of fed up with the risk and the volatility of the market and their accounts, and they like the idea of some type of guarantee or fixed interest rate. So we're going to do a few different videos on different accounts that we like right now, things that look pretty good. But once again, I want you to know that anything that we talk about in these videos is not advice. Okay, advice is specifically for something that, or someone that we've met with, right? Someone we know their needs, we know their situation, we can explain the pros and cons. Because doing a video on social media can't quite get into all the nuances of the different accounts that are out there. But if you'd like to do that, if you like advice, if you like to sit down and go over the pros and cons of different accounts, we're going to go ahead and provide a link below. You can schedule a phone call and we can go from there. But let's get into fixed accounts in this video. So right now, at the end of 2023, beginning of 2024, it is one of the best times for fixed investments that we've seen. Not even one of it. It is the best time for fixed investments that we've seen in over a decade, and over 15 years, right? 2008 is when they dropped interest rates down so low, and it never really came back until this point. So if you're trying to buy a car right now or a house, it's a really bad time, right? Because mortgage rates and interest rates are super high. But if you're saving money, or you're exiting drop and you're looking for a fixed option for either a portion or all of your portfolio, then it's a really good time to do that. So in this video, we're going to talk specifically about fixed, not fixed index. So I know a lot of you people who watch our videos ask about fixed index accounts. They become very popular. We're going to do that in the next video. And when that's done, I'm also going to link it above. But in this video, we're going to talk about just straight fixed accounts. In the past 15 years or so, if you wanted to earn more than 2 or 3%, then you were typically looking at some type of either risk or time commitment or something like that. But with where we are today in interest rates, you can get over 5% liquid in what we call a parking account. So you can get some guarantees, you can get some liquidity. There are some savings accounts earning over 5%. We have treasury accounts that are yielding over 5%, and obviously are issued by the United States government. So there are some really good options there, even for liquid accounts. Liquid accounts are almost as high as a CD or as a MYGA, multi-year guarantee annuity. They're almost as high as those right now. But what about the more long term, right? So some people are they've noticed, they go, well, why is a 5-year CD or MYGA or whatever it is, why is that paying as much or almost as, or maybe a little bit more than a liquid account? Well, we're in something called the inverse yield curve. And it hasn't happened that often in history. But it's now people are saying, well, we know short term that these rates are here. But what we don't know is how long these rates are going to be at this level. And because of that, you're seeing banks and things, you'll go in, people say, yeah, my bank said that I can get 5.7% for 9 months. Great. But what happens if you want to earn that interest for longer than that? The real risk is what happens in 9 months if we go back down to 3 or 2% or even where we were in 2020 and 2021 at 1% interest rates, right? What if our economy gets so bad that the government says, hey, we need to spur this economy on. Let's lower interest rates because that's how you spur on the economy. Well, then we're going to see lower interest rates. So what some people are wanting to do is they're wanting to lock in that 5.75, that 6.15, the best that we've seen in the last 15 years. They're wanting to lock that in. And so right now, if you would like to lock in those rates, you can get 6.15% as I record this. Now, depending on when you talk to us, it might be different, but you can get 6.15% locked in for over 5 years. So 5 years or even longer. Now, the downfall of those accounts are they're locked in, right? So there's limited access to them. So you really want that to be your long-term bucket. If you watch our videos on the 3 bucket approach, you want that to be either bucket 2 or 3 and sell money liquid, but you can get those rates locked in. So what does that mean? Well, that means if you have $100,000, for every $100,000 that you have in drop or whatever else, you can earn $6,150 guaranteed per year. Do that math, it adds up pretty quick. You put 100,000 in, at the end of 5 years, you have over 130,000 guaranteed. Or let's say you go, hey, I'd like to take a little bit of income out, right? Don, I'd really like to just get access to some income, but I don't want to touch my principal. If I put in 100,000, I want there always be 100,000. Well, you can take out $6,150 per year out of those accounts. They allow you to take out 10% a year. You can take that out, and your principal is fixed. It's guaranteed. It won't go down. So there's some options there. And especially if you're looking to generate some extra income, but you don't want to touch your principal, I personally would go with the longer term account. Because if you go with the liquid account, that's great if you plan on taking everything out. But if you want the money to be there for a long time and generate a long time of income, the issue is what happens if interest rates drop down to 1%. $1,000 on 100,000 is not very much. So just something to think about. Okay. Fixed accounts are great. And kind of what I wanted to emphasize in this video is there are options out there, lots of really good options, whether you want it to be liquid or have a time commitment or a mixture of both. But if you're not earning at least 4%, talk to somebody, whether it's us or someone else. Give us a call, whether it's at your savings account or money market or whatever else. You should be earning over 4% at this point. That's it. So once again, information is down below. Please consider subscribing. That really helps the channel. It shows it to more people that are like you and interested in the same things as you. Like the video as well. And then if you want to book an appointment, said it a few times, but it's down below. Doesn't cost anything. All right. Thank you so much. We will talk to you in the next video about fixed indexed accounts.